Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Enna has expressed her thoughts about staff and managers in Nijisanji. Now, remember, there are people in every company, in every agency, who get a little bit more of a preferential treatment than others. Is it right? No, but it happens in every company. Believe me, I've been in the corporate world for a very long time, and yes, it does happen that way. You get teachers' pets, you get managers' pets, etc. They get a lot better treatment than you do. Sometimes you get screwed over. But let's see what they have to say about this whole thing. I'm only going to go over a little bit of it, about a minute of it, and then after that, I'm going to go over the comments that people have. And my ideas.
It's such an amazing opportunity. I'm so lucky to be able to perform with so many passionate people, and it's just so fun, guys. It was so fun. It was really nice. I'm so sad that, that we're not together anymore. It's like a whole month.
Talking about Needy Fest and all that kind of thing.
It was like camping. When I think about stuff like this, I'm like, I really gotta... Oh man, I really wanna like do more, I really wanna like... I was like, okay, let's just try this out and then I'll, find a real job, quote unquote real job after. And I don't know, I really didn't feel that attached to this place. Which really explains why I would be saying a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have. But it's a real anime character involvement coming from me, I guess. Like, yeah, I've really grown to really love the people here. Not just like people that you see on the stream, but like there's so many people that you guys don't even know of, like my managers, the staff, every single person. You don't know, you guys don't ever see them. You don't ever see them cry when something hard happens. You don't really see them laugh when, or celebrate when we do something big like this. So you only ever get to hear the stories. But, I get to see them, and I see all these real people who you guys will probably never meet. Like, just feel so much.
Okay, so having heard that, my opinion before I read the comments is, yes, there are, especially the direct managers. Like I said, the direct talent managers, I have less of an issue with. I've always the lower management, that's what I call lower management, the direct managers. The upper management are the ones that act horrible. I'm talking about Riku. I'm talking about all the C-level execs. I'm talking about all the managers of the managers. All the supervisory managers of those managers. The managers that they put directly in contact with the talents, a lot of times, unfortunately, do not get paid very well, and they are overworked. As we've heard from Zion way back in the day in One Girl's Story, they are overworked. A lot of times they put inexperienced managers in charge of a whole generation. One manager for a whole generation. That's really bad. And of course, they're going to have a lot of stress. They're going to laugh. They're going to cry. Things like that. Yes, they are people. They're people behind the mask, of course. I'm going to criticize them because they went into an agency knowing that there is going to be criticisms when issues happen. Let's go down here because we can't stop her from praising management if management really did something in her favor. Similarly, they can't change my impression of any color at this point because of what they have done. Exactly what I've said. The lower level management, I'm still going to criticize, but I'm not going to get that much, anger towards. Upper managers, the ones who have an actual say in the company and what the company does, those are the ones that I have an issue with. Every time I hear them praising their managers, I remember the kind manager Zion and Doki had, but hey, Millie will surely speak about that. Even if we ignored the whole black company thing, no sane company or management would let a 2-week hired newbie, freshly out of school, be in charge of a new wave of 6 debut talents, which is what One Girl's Story said. Imagine your company is destroying their new product before it even started, and the manager got audacity to get mad at Zion for their incompetency and immaturity. Honestly though, I do feel bad for the managers. It's hard to give an F when your company is overworking your butts while you're getting paid minimum wage. If I or anyone were in their shoes, it's hard to care for the talents. And I do agree with that. There are bad managers. There are good managers. Like I said, upper management and the people paying them are the ones screwing them over, unfortunately. But still, I'm going to keep criticizing Any Color, keep criticizing Nijisanji at the level of upper management because they're the ones screwing everybody below them. She is leaving. We're talking about Murasaki Shion, who will be graduating on April 26th of 2025. She has been there for around 7 years. It is a long time for anyone to be in any agency. Yes, it does suck. Yes, it is painful because I am a fan of Shion. She is very bubbly, very good personality. But one thing we have to realize is that she has had health issues. She has had to take recently, in the last year or so, a long break from streaming and things like that to get her health in order. And I think everything just kind of piled up and became an issue. finally where she could not take it and she has to make this decision. Of course, Hololive made something a bit more personalized, a bit different, a bit more bubbly, I would like to say, showing a little bit more personalization, and I do like that. It says, announcement regarding the graduation of Murasaki Shion. Thank you for your continued support of Hololive production. We regret to inform you that Murasaki Shion, a member of the VTuber group Hololive, will be graduating on Saturday, April 26th. As a second-generation member, so she was there from pretty much near the beginning, Murasaki Shion has been an integral part of Hololive for nearly 7 years, playing a significant role in the growth and success of Hololive production since its early days. We understand that this news may be difficult to fans and everyone involved, and we deeply appreciate the warm support and kindness you have shown throughout her journey. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. And they've shown with this right here, the specific one, in my opinion, that they cared. They've shown, in my opinion, this is a different type of just instead of the black and white announcement, the black text on white background, the very stale, the very matter-of-fact business tone, this seemed more personal. Like, we're sorry to see a member of our organization who's been here for a very long time, who maybe we care about in more senses than, kind of more as a friend instead of being as just any kind of member. People shouldn't always focus on the negatives and think there's something wrong with going on at Holo. Each talent graduating recently has had their own very long stay with some health or personal issues. As sad as it might be, we wish Shion the best. And of course, there might be some things going on behind the scenes. As we know, there are some things behind the scenes, but this one seems more to be health related instead of, basically she's like, I can't do this anymore type of thing, instead of it being a different type of thing. And of course, I will go over, when I find the information, more information, I will go over it with you guys in order to give you guys the full amount. Right now, I'm just covering in this piece, I'm covering just the announcement out there. And it says, of course, the same thing that was said in the other one, the other more formal way, the other more personalized way, instead of formal. Regarding graduation, we will provide separate announcement about merchandise related to Murasaki Shion and the Hololive official shop, that type of stuff there. And it says, closure of various services. Fan letter reception is closed at April 25th, so you can keep sending fan letters until April 25th. And unlike Nijisanji, she will actually receive those fan letters. Membership and exclusive member content until July 26, 2025. The membership will be open until then. We will continue to support her fully until her graduation. We would like to ask for your full, unwavering support in the remaining time until the day of her graduation. And a personal note from me, unless a member of Hololive mentions it, it is painful to be asked many times, oh, you heard about her graduation, what do you think about it? It is painful to be asked. And of course, a lot of talents, including, Hololive, they didn't mention it here, but usually the general rule is do not mention it in other people's streams unless they mention it themselves. As I had mentioned previously, Murasaki Shion is graduating. She did her graduation announcement here, a little bit of it in Japanese. I'm going to let you hear, and then, of course, I'm going to look at the translation that I just showed you.
こんばんは。聞こえてますか？コメントが固まっちゃって聞こえてるか聞こえてないかわかんないんですけど
She is basically, kind of, I guess, a little nervous about the whole thing. She doesn't know what to do. But here we have 7 minutes and 52 seconds. It was translated by someone on Twitter. And here we go. Of course, they had it in the comments of her video down here. They put in the comments everything here. I'm going to have it in a little bit easier to read format here. It says, good evening. Can you hear me? The comments are frozen, so I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? I can't really confirm. Good evening. This is Hololive Second Gen's Murasaki Shion. My heart hurts today. To everyone who has been supporting me, it's really important news, so I kept it a secret. For up until this stream started, for making you worry for all those feelings, I'm really sorry. I will start from the conclusion. Murasaki Shion will be, as of 2025, 4/26, graduating from Hololive. The reason is a difference of direction and between self and company. So she is mentioning here that is a difference of direction. So I had thought in my previous section that it was health. She does have health. She does have a lot of health things. That could be part of the reason too. Like, she wants to take it more easy. The company wants her to keep going strong and hard and doing idol stuff and all this other kind of stuff. With her being unhealthy, or at least less healthy, having health issues, could be a reason. For 6.5 years, being already my 7th year, this has always been on my mind, especially in the last few years. As the days pass, and even now, this has gotten bigger. Before taking an indefinite hiatus about a bit more than a year ago, A lot went through my mind and it exhausted me mentally. This will sound heavy, but to keep it in short, I even wondered if I would live through this. I thought that I could get better once I've rested. I was really scared that I would come to dislike my activities in the internet, which once I loved. So what she is saying here, it is very much related to her health. It was too much for her to handle. This showed its effects on my mental and physical health. I am still hospitalized as of now. Yeah, perhaps I will get better soon. A lot has happened and it's been a year. But I can still say I love everything. So she still, from what it looks like, loves being part of Hololive, loves doing what she's doing, but it's taking too much of a toll on her, and that is the difference in direction from what I can tell. My past self would not have considered going to the hospital for this, as opposed to trying to get better. I would have just given up. The fact that I did not do this is thanks to the listeners and everyone who supported me. It made me want to treasure myself a bit more, that I had a place on the internet. I've been very happy to be able to laugh and be surrounded by heartwarming and kind people who support me. Everyone, I really, really love you. This is not a lie at all. I believe that if I were to continue in the company, I would have to follow the rules that come from that direction. However, as the years have passed, things have changed beyond what I imagined back at the time. I believe the company and I have went off track. Thus, I chose to graduate from Hololive. Honestly, thought a lot about announcing this before Fest, but this is my last Fest, so I wanted to know you to know this and go watch me one more time, so I chose this timing today. Difference in direction is often said, but there really is no other way of putting this. So that is the full thing here. She says here, as you all would know, I'm not good with this sort of talk. I can talk more at a later date about the details. I'll continue this later. Lastly, I'm sure this will be rumors around after this. Please don't be swayed by them and trust only what I have said myself. I chose my words for you very carefully here. So please do not make clips. There is still, basically she's saying here, there is still time before I graduate, so I want to make more memories with everyone. Thank you for always. I will be in your care until the end. So this is the end of the essay I thought so much about. It's been quick, but I'd like to end it here. So everyone, thank you for up to now. I will say thank you. Please continue to support me until 4/26/2025. I will do my best at Fest as well. That's all. Thanks for listening. So I'm not going to draw conclusions of, oh my God, Hololive is being horrible again. Hololive management is being horrible again. Oh my God, what are they doing to the talents, etc., etc. What it is she has been ill. She has had hard hits to her health, as I had mentioned. She had been in indefinite hiatus for several months, over a year ago, as I had mentioned before. This is a difference in direction. That's what she means. In my opinion, this is my opinion, not going crazy with Hololive staff or anything. Hololive has a certain path they want you to follow, as any agency does. The idle path, the streaming more path, the streaming up to a certain amount path, that type of thing. As far as I know, they don't heavily push it. They don't, in the sense of like making you feel like crap if you don't follow it, being huge peer pressure, that type of things. But still, with the, oh, we have this plan for you, that plan for you, the schedules they put can be a lot for someone who is not the best in their health. She says she wants to stop when she wants to, not end up hating either Hololive or what she's doing. So I will leave it at that. And I do say, like I said, I don't think it is heavy management. I don't think it is horrible management. I'm not an apologist for Hololive. You guys know I've criticized them when criticism is due. They have a certain path. Not everyone wants to follow it. Not everyone should follow it. You should always follow what you want to do. You should always follow what helps drive you, what keeps you interested in the game, that type of stuff. So I understand Shion, and I wish her the best. And I also wish Hololive the best because they have their own path they want to take. Anyone who wants to take it with them is perfectly fine. Anyone who doesn't, of course, will graduate. And that is fine as well. Yagoo has his thoughts on what is happening with Murasaki Shion, a second generation member who has decided, of course, to graduate. As you've seen through the reporting I've done, we are seeing what he has to say. He says, thank you for your continued support of Hololive production. We sincerely apologize for the concern we have caused you with the successive announcements regarding graduations. Just like you, we feel lonely every time we see a talent leave. We provide support in many areas such as Holo Expo 3D, the live shows, corporate tie-ups, and music production support to ensure that each talent can reach their full potential, allowing them to focus on their activities with peace of mind. However, there are still areas that need improvement. So I am setting up opportunities to talk directly with the talents and working toward improvements. I will continue to do my best to ensure that both the talent and the fans can smile. Thank you for your continued support. Now, because a lot of them are saying difference in direction, like it's being put here. We've heard that 5 times now. Whatever you're doing back there is hurting them. If all necessary to keep growing because of growth, maybe it's time to slow down. The only concern is how often company direction pops up as a reason for the abundant graduations, yet there is never any information as to what this vague direction is, and apparently that has talents uneasy enough to leave the company. Hope I'm wrong, I really do. Please clarify what is spooking the talents. Likely, the clear raise in idol activities, as someone was saying, talents have been releasing new songs way more often, singing, dancing, lessons, concerts, meet and greets, that kind of stuff. So it may be too much for them. The newer ones don't see the problem because they signed for it. Older gens are the ones who feel this change the most. And that makes sense because the older gens probably just had the requirement because they're older contracts, only have the requirement to stream and that type of stuff. So this whole new direction of, pushing the idol stuff and singing and dancing and 3Ds and fests and all this kind of stuff. For the older ones, it may seem like, whoa, this is a lot. And I'm glad that he's actually admitting that, yes, there are some faults, like he admitted here. There are still some areas that need improvement. He's outwardly admitting it, that there are areas that need improvement. See, this is the big difference between them and Company A. We all know who Company A is. When he says this, I believe that he means it. I truly do. Because I go back to the Kiryu Koko incident of Taiwan, the Taiwan-China thing, and he meant it. He changed a lot of things back then. He put more protections in for the talents. He put more other things for the talents where they can speak to him about these things, about, more moderation, a whole lot more moderation than before for the talents. That type of thing is something that he is doing, and I do hope, I will hold him to it, as everyone who is a VTuber fan should hold him to it. They should fix certain things. They should make it so that their voices of their talents are heard, and hopefully, it doesn't end up in a negative thing. It says being a CEO is difficult, sometimes means making tough calls. Sad to see the talents go, but if they felt value in staying for 7 years, that's no small thing. So it's good to recognize there's a lot happened recently, and it may be time once again for discussion. So yeah, introspection. Introspection, I believe, is the word that is used. You need Yagoo as well as Hololive management needs a little bit of introspection to see what is going on that is causing these talents to leave. Sayu Synchronicity, who's now a part of Primordia, which is a generation from Noah talents, is doing some positivity, or has done some positivity. This was on March 4th, so it's a couple days old by now, or even several days by the time you see this. I did see it when it first came out, but other things started happening and I was like, wow. But today we're going to talk about it. Happy thoughts post. To this day, I still can't believe I made it to where I am now. 5 years, somewhere short, somewhere the longest I've ever lived. With all that's happened, with all the mistakes I've made and the lessons I needed time to learn, I know I deserve the setbacks I've had in my own career journey. She didn't deserve all of them. People don't deserve the setbacks. I understand what she means though, that the setbacks helped her learn some things. So that's good. My mindset changed a lot, even when I didn't want to, and it's crazy, but I can finally say that I'm happy. Even when I think about that, basically the things that happened before, even when she thinks about it, she's happy, which I love hearing this about her because I still have this place and this place has gotten brighter and brighter after the darkest of darks. I am lucky in a way that I still have a hard time believing, and that's in having a community that is still there with me and friends that genuinely cared to see who I am inside, even when I couldn't properly deliver that sometimes. You all keep me going. A little bit of light shines in me from each of you and becomes my life flame. When one of your lights goes out, I hope I can be there to rekindle it for you and remind you that you will always be so important to me. I want everyone to know that any kindness you've shown me goes way further to me than just one-off. To me, putting your foot forward to get to know me is the greatest gift anyone could give me. There will be sad days, there will be disappointing times, I still have demons that don't like me, but I feel stronger than ever before. Thank you, everyone, you did this. And of course, like I said, I saw this on the 4th. I responded to it, saying, you deserve all the success you have now and the wonderful community that you have grown. Basically, other people are giving, Sayu's fan son, which is one of the big members of the community, says my Kamiyoshi. You have worked very hard to get where you are. We're all proud of you. Someone else says Kusikaru. We're all proud of you for getting this far. I know I just started to be active, but you and your community are very welcoming. Lots of love to you, Sayu. She has a very, very welcoming community. She has, of course, as she mentions, there were missteps, there were mistakes. Hell, I've made more than a few, so I'm not a person to criticize for any mistakes that I made. I'm a person full of mistakes, full of contradictions, and all that kind of weird stuff that happens with me, too. So I can absolutely understand where she's coming from. She's way bigger than me, of course. She's gone through way more than I have, of course. But yeah, I can kind of commiserate. I can kind of empathize and sympathize with everything that she's been going through. So yes, this is a wonderful post that I wanted to put out there for you guys. Maid Mint, the beloved ghost maid that we have, is having a Maid Cafe collab in Akihabara with AYAMY. AYAMY Mama. They are, but I'm going to give you the information that I can here. This was on February 24th when I also talked about it. I talked about it when it happened, when it was going to happen. Of course, the Akihabara Maid Mint thing was going to be happening, as well as their collab. The menu is also up. We tried everything and it's so delicious. There are lots of variety, and so hopefully there's something everyone can like. Did my best coming up with foods and designs for the first time for a collab cafe. And of course down here she says, recommendation is the omu rice that casts a curse on you to make you fall in love with me. But seriously, it's super delicious. And of course, realize this to also translate everything for those who can't read. From left to right, top row, AYAMY's Napolitan, mint omu rice, Ayo Minto hot cake, Ayo Minto Nakoyoshi parfait, Doria meshia, and of course bottom, AYAMY hot cocoa, Fua love potion, AYAMY ohiro oyatsu, Minto no seimei, Moe ectoplasm rush, and I no caramel latte. Also pick here too. So that is the things that they've been having here. And of course, we are going to go here with some things that they are having. Basically, they had a bit of an off collab talking about the stuff that was going on.
Yeah. There is my tree. But I don't want to do
And the merch, of course. They have merch, of course. It's at Cafe Asan in Akihabara.
to try everyone. No, we try. No, I cannot. No, you can. No.
Yeah,
no,
you can. You can.
The stirs and everything.
No, I'm too old. 100.
Power of us signing these shikishi.
Yeah. So,
Oh, they signed them too. Nice.
You know, there are many of them. Many. Wow, your sign too cute.
Yes.
There you go. See, a lot of them are signed there.
ゲットしてくださいね。
は
はい。あと何? Oh yes. Also,
これね。そうだね。
there will be a
はい、落書き帳ですけど、please write これ英語で何？
Comments.
何の？me too. と何があるのかな？shoes.
Very cute. It's the more things they're gonna have there. Just gonna go over it real quick. Of course.
Oh, I'm getting
The omu rice. Oh, with the meat, with the phantom there. Nice. It's cute.
Got a little
That's
bit.
very cute.
サイン会するからね。
Some other things here. Some cards.
We'll play
And of course, some of the other things, you have the omu rice. You have
different
the
from
spaghetti.
because it's
Don't touch my spaghetti.
Ketchup.
You have here
caramel.
lattes.
Oh, she first.
Very cute lattes. You have dango, which is these here.
It comes with a udon chop.
Yeah.
You have some other more
mocktail.
tasty drinks there too.
Yeah, try it. Cream cheese.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and maple syrup.
Wow,
and
that's
fluffy
delicious.
bread.
Ice
and
cream.
really good taste. Oh, this is really good. Inside.
Yeah, it's like a parfait type thing. Very, very delicious.
大人の味。
So yeah, that's a lot of the things that they have there. Not gonna make it too long because I've already made it long as it is. But yes, they're having a wonderful, wonderful cafe. And of course, it's gonna be going on for, I believe, a couple of weeks at Cafe Asan in Akihabara. If you're in that area, go take a look. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vtuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. Why do I do this? Because, as I've always said, I do like bringing positivity to this whole thing. I talk a lot about drama, I talk a lot about negative news and things like that, but I want to bring some positivity to VTubers and build them up, not tear them down. So today we're talking about Suki, or Suki of the Sea, a sea nymph VTuber, just a sea nymph with too much time on her hands and too much sand in her pants, founder of FWADs, credits on Twitch, etc. So here we go. A sea nymph with too much time on her hands and too much sand in the pants. Let's take a look at a recent stream they had of Marvel Rivals.
What kind of sauce? You know the sauce. Why am I not moving? Hello? Why can't I move? Okay, there we go.
Dark Child!
Oh,
They're darking!
really?
They're darting everywhere.
Do we need Dark Child? Yeah, we're cooked. Oh yeah.
So there we go. A little bit of their stuff there. And of course, when you are, especially if they're going competitive, which it looks like maybe they are, you do focus a lot on it. So if they talk a little bit less, you know that's the reason. Suki of the Sea also has their YouTube channel, which I try to add when I can. And they looked at, they're doing reacts, little things like this, reactions of certain situations, talking about certain situations. And of course, having their separate VODs in here, which is very, very good. Like I mentioned, Twitch is going to be deleting certain VODs after 100 hours, that type of thing. So it's good to keep your VODs in the YouTube side. Thank you so much, Suki of the Sea, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do truly hope that this helps you grow. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.